Hi, good morning, 109. So we have a brand new story called The Curious Garden, and we have a brand new reading skill called Problem and Solution. So problem and solution, they go hand in hand. I think they're like two pieces of a puzzle. Okay, so let me explain what problem is. A problem is when something goes wrong. There's a challenge or an obstacle that a character has to face. And the solution is how that problem or how that challenge is solved. Okay, so for example, I had a problem this morning. I could not find my teddy bear. I looked everywhere. I looked in the kitchen, he wasn't there. I looked in the living room, he wasn't there. I looked in my bedroom, he wasn't there. And I was feeling really sad. So I asked Isabella, "Have you seen my teddy bear?" And she said, "Yes, Mom, he's under your bed." And guess what happened? The solution is I went under the bed and she found him. So now I was so happy. And I said, "Isabella, how did you know that the teddy bear was under my bed?" And she said, "Because I found his ear. His ear was sticking out, Mom. So I knew that was your teddy bear." So problem, missing teddy bear, solution, right? Isabella found it. So first I was sad, but then I was happy because I found my teddy bear. Okay, now we have another problem. Here we have a boy named Sam, and Sam bumped his head by mistake. And he said, "Ouch," right? His speech bubble says, "Ouch," because if you bump your head, you're going to say, "Ouch," right? And he was feeling sad because that's a problem, right? Bumping your head, it's going to hurt. So you're going to feel sad. So what was the solution? His mom got him an ice pack and he put it on top of his head, and all of a sudden he felt better. He felt happy. Okay, so problem is what goes wrong, a challenge, or it's an obstacle, and solution is how the problem is fixed or solved. So now we have a brand new story called The Curious Garden, and we have a main character who's a little boy by the name of Liam. Now you can see him here. Now Liam lives in a city that's very dark and dreary, right? It's very sad. Why is it sad? Well, there's no garden. Well, Lola would be mad at that, right? Lola plants a garden. There's no garden, there's no greens, there's no trees. It's just very dark and gray. However, the only person who seems to like going outside is Liam. And Liam always has his umbrella, and even though it's drizzly and rainy and really dark and sad, you know what? He likes to be curious and he likes to go outside and wonder and explore. And then you know what he was doing? One day he was exploring and he bumped into this railway, and it was abandoned and it was old and the rail tracks weren't working. And then he found some stairs. So he said, I'm curious. Let me see if I go upstairs and see what's there. So when he went upstairs, he saw that the tracks were not working, but he saw something interesting. He saw a couple of flowers and they looked almost like a little garden. And he said, we need to do something about that. Okay, so now we're going to focus on the assignment on the problem. So what was the problem? The problem was that we had a really dark and dreary city, right? And everybody was feeling sad or gloom, right? Because there was nothing green, nothing was growing. So it seemed very sad. So I'm going to put here darks, right? It was dark and dreary. And dreary means it's sad, right? It's a sad city. There are no gardens, there are no flowers, there are no trees, right? It's very dark and sad city. However, Liam, who is the main character, he's a little boy. Well, you know what? He just likes exploring outside. So he gets his umbrella, and even though it's drizzly and rainy, you know what? He's happy to be outside. So here is Liam. And then Liam discovers a railway. So this is the railway, and it's old now. It's not being used. And then he discovers some stairs. So he goes up the stairs to explore and see what's up there, right? Because I'm curious. And then when he goes up, he climbs the stairs, he goes up, he sees that there is life. It's not so dark. In that railway, there is life. there's a couple of flowers, and that gives him an idea. Okay, so I'm gonna stop it there. Okay, and I'm going to label flowers, right? So now I feel like the problem is that a lot of people in this city are very sad, right? Because it's a very dark and dreary city, and there's not much to do. When you go outside, it seems like it's always gray, right? There are no gardens. Like, where's Lolo when you need her, right? So now Liam discovers something. He discovers, well, there is actually life. There are some flowers here. And you know what? That's giving me an idea. So we're going to hold off on that idea for your next assignment. So for this assignment, you're going to tell me what was the problem of this story, The Curious Garden. So you could start with Liam, right? Liam lived in a dark and dreary city because that's where he lived. And the problem was that there were no trees, right? There were no flowers. There was nothing green. There was nothing exciting. There were no gardens, right? Even though it was springtime, it seemed very dark. So now that's a big problem. So Liam steps outside and then he discovers something. He discovers the flowers. So now, right, maybe there's going to be a solution. We'll find out. Okay, so all we're asking you to do is to tell us what is the problem. Okay, and the problem comes in 3 steps. So you can put your ideas together and maybe write 2 or 3 sentences telling me what was the problem of the story. Remember to include the main character, the setting, because it was a dark and dreary city. And what was happening? Okay, and what did Liam discover while he was walking? He discovered something, because that's going to be part of the solution, which is for your next assignment. Okay, so remember, main character Liam. Okay, remember setting, it's dark, it's dreary. And what is the problem? Nobody wants to be outside. Everybody wants to stay inside because there are no trees, there are no gardens, there are no flowers. And that is a big problem. And I bet you a lot of the people are feeling really sad. So Liam is about to fix that. Okay, so in the next part of your assignment, we're going to find out how he solves this. All right, I hope this helps. Bye.